Back with Bobby and JJ Radio. We have one of the juggernauts in the real estate industry, Miss Angie Borras. She's with houses in San Antonio. Her office here in Castle Hill. She's been in the industry somehow for 22 years, and she's obviously owned this company and been the team leader for about 13 of those years. She's Platinum Top 50 past 3 years, and always a finalist or a winner. She's top 100 of the National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals for the last decade. She's from Puerto Rico, grew up in New York, and now has graced the presence of San Antonio. And by way of Elmendorf, I want to say thanks for hanging out with us today, Miss Angie.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we've been wanting to have you on for a while, but let's start with you and houses in San Antonio. Who are you? Who do you service? And what do you do here in the San Antonio metro area?
Houses in San Antonio is a full services real estate brokerage. We've been in the business since 1996.
I love it.
And basically serving the real estate needs of the people of San Antonio.
Sure. And so you're working with you're listing people's houses when they're ready to sell, helping buyers.
Absolutely.
Investors as well, I'm assuming.
More importantly, I try to be the example and help them and show people how to accumulate wealth through real estate.
Talk about that a little bit.
Well, the roof over your head is the catalyst to wealth building.
Sure.
If not, Warren Buffett.
I'm going to quote you. I'm going to write that down.
Yeah. Bob's going to use it. Now you got Bob using
it's
that.
It's
mine. This is the reason why Warren Buffett has made it to where he's at, why Trump has made it to where he's at.
Sure.
Anybody who's ever played Monopoly knows that whoever keeps it wins.
Sure.
Right?
Hold it. Yeah, it doesn't sell.
Hold it.
Yeah.
And so I come from very humble beginnings, and I've accumulated wealth through real estate.
Sure.
And so I try to be the example to my clients. And when they tell me that they want to sell their house, I really do an analysis and show them how, if they kept it,
right,
how not to be short-sighted in those decisions, to look more along the long term.
So
most agents try to push for that second transaction, that second sale. But yeah, if you can help them accumulate an asset and gain wealth by just holding on to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it definitely benefits them in the long run.
And how many houses don't people put over their heads in the span of a lifetime?
Right.
Those are assets that they've given up to someone else.
Right.
And so those are the things that I try to convey.
I was going to ask, so I mean, is that detrimental to your business? Because like Bobby said, most agents walk into the place and they have someone that says, hey, I want to sell this and buy something else. And they go, oh, well, all right, cool.
I've actually had agents from other agencies leave me because of it.
Gotcha. So you've lost agents in your own office?
Absolutely, because they come to the office, they tell me, what should I do with this client? I tell them to keep their house,
right,
and to use it as a catalyst for wealth building. And they go, well, what does that do for my commission?
You say you lose it.
You
kick the can down the road.
It doesn't, but if we're true fiduciaries, which we're supposed to be, and we're supposed to be the ones who to have our clients' interests in mind,
right, then
that means set aside our commission needs. And you only do that if you have a lot of business, right?
Right.
It's all those hungry agents that will push to the sale.
Right, exactly.
So, and they'll even go as far as saying, I'll reduce my commission.
Right. Well, let's talk about that, because there's a lot of people in San Antonio that have that question. We get some questions straight out all the time. I'm sure that you do too.
Absolutely.
So what's your answer to that? What if someone says, hey, Angie, you're awesome, you have tenure in the business, and you obviously know the market, what do you charge for commission? I'm obviously legally we can't say it's not set. Right.
It depends.
Doesn't it? It does depend.
It sure as hell depends.
For sure.
If you're a volume client, hell what? I'll reduce my commission by half.
Right. If you're going to do 10, 15 transactions.
If you're going to be a volume client of mine, guess what? Then that demands respect. If you're going to be a one-time client of mine, and you're going to give me all kinds of hell through the
process, right,
I may charge you 20%, but
right,
it all depends on.
It definitely is on a case-by-case basis.
Absolutely, yes, we're flexible. Commissions are not mandatory and aren't
fixed.
So depending on the client and their needs, heck, I've done stuff for free.
I bet.
Just out of pure, feeling.
Sure. I don't think Bobby has. So.
Yeah, all the time. Most of the time. I hate when they pay me, actually.
And so, Angie, obviously we're Keller Williams. I've seen you in the industry, obviously, since we started 15 years ago.
Absolutely.
How come you haven't... I've never seen you with the quote-unquote big guys. You know, I've never seen you with the Remaxes or the Keller Williams or the EXPs or the Coldwell Bankers or the... How come?
What do you mean you've never seen them? I come from a Keller Williams.
Oh, do you? Yeah, but
I was actually one of the originating agents of Legacy Group.
Oh, the purple-headed stepchild. I got you. Yeah.
Actually, we started back in, we had an office in Blanco. There was 14 of us, just hitting it hard and heavy. Then we went to the bidder's office, which was now where W.R. Starkey is, I believe.
No, yeah.
And that was our space.
Sure.
And then they started recruiting hundreds of agents.
Right.
And I left saying there's no legacy to this because they were just pulses.
Right.
And so that's why I left the big boy.
Gotcha. Gotcha. And that makes sense.
Yeah. But I do run around with them. I'm a PT50 finalist every year.
For sure.
And I just don't, how can you say, I no longer believe in that agent-centric mentality.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I've just like the industry has now stated, it's now a consumer. Technology has given it back to the consumer.
Right.
Agents have empowered Zillow to give it back to the consumer.
NAR has, for sure. Yeah.
So NAR may have, but it's the agent subscriptions that have enabled, and quite frankly, their ignorance has enabled Zillow to become the mega player that it has.
For sure. And it's definitely in the hands of the consumer now.
Absolutely.
So I'm glad I've seen you adjust and still prosper. And obviously, we've always been a big fan. If anyone's looking to get some expertise and of an honest professional woman, please call Angie at 210-823-4560. Again, that's 823-4560. Or check out her website at housesinsanantonio.com.